Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. Of course, today was New Comic Book Day, which means right now it is time for the new comic book video. A really nice week for books. Independent, Marvel, DC, all had really nice titles that came out. So we are going to jump right into the books for the week. First one up is a Fantastic Four. This is a cover purchase only. This is an Alex Ross. I love Alex Ross. Really nice Silver Surfer right there. This was selling really good, so I definitely had to grab one of those. I'm hoping that they kind of get together and do a really good Fantastic Four movie because, quite frankly, they haven't had any. And there are so many good characters in that Fantastic Four that it deserves a reboot. So let's hope they come out with some good stuff in the future. Also, a reprint, Tales of Suspense 39, first appearance of the Iron Man. One of the things I like about these is when they do the actual advertisements, where they do that in there. Everybody remember the big muscle man, you know, getting sand kicked in the face on one of the cartoons. And if you're anything like I am, excuse the dogs when my wife is coming home right now. See if I can find the ads. Yeah, you have pages like this where you had just a bunch of different advertisements on things that you can buy. I remember going through those as a kid, just absolutely loving looking at those advertisements. So there was that there. Next up, from Star Wars, Bounty Hunters number 5. There's that there. Second print, Thor number 6. Thanos on the cover. Little monster action in the background. Really good book there. These are selling really good. Storyline's really good. Of course, Donny Cates has been doing a fantastic job with everything that he has been doing lately. So this is just another example. Book that kind of flew under the radar. I picked a couple of them up. Of course, they have the Chadwick Boseman memorial right there on it. But this is Daredevil number 22. This is the Iron Suit, Daredevil Iron Suit right there. Not in the story, a cover only, but still kind of a first appearance of a new suit. And again, whether it does anything financially or not down the line, it's a first appearance of something, new suit, character. Always nice to grab that. So I definitely grabbed a couple of those actually. There's that. And this was selling really good. I think people finally realized late that it was a book that needed to be had, and a lot of shops don't order Daredevil heavily, so it sells out very quickly. Next up, Venom number 26, third printing, right there for a third print. Pretty nice looking cover right there. And then Venom 28. This is a variant cover right here. Big issue, talks about some characters in there. So again, another great storyline. Donny Cates knocking it out. And this is a different cover for it there. There was a couple of other covers for the Venom. Those are the only two that I really liked. Now we jump right into DC. Batgirl 49. A nice reveal in this story right here. So I had to grab one of those. Kind of a cool cover too right there. Sorry about the glare on the book. Kind of washed out that yellow cover. And then I grabbed this one, cover purchase only, because I thought it was funny, and I love Looney Tunes to begin with. Here we go, Looney Tunes 256. Porky's asking, I wonder what's going on for dinner, or what's for dinner. Well, obviously, you're going to be what's for dinner. So there was that right there. So I had to definitely grab that because it was actually very funny. Flash 762. Right there. There was two covers. I only grabbed the cover A on that. We have Death Metal, Speed Metal number 1. Really nice cover right there with all the flashes. So there was that. And then the hot book from DC this week, Suicide Squad number 9. Talked about that in the Sunday video. Death of Deadshot. And so there was that right there. I read this story. I thought it was pretty good. I liked the way they ended, and we'll see where they take that. So that was the books I got from Marvel and DC. And now we will jump right into some of the independents right here. A book from Heavy Metal. This is Brooklyn Gladiator number 1. Kind of like that cover because the rudimentary art really reminded me of the original Ninja Turtles number 1 that kind of had a real rough art on it, outside and inside. Same concept right there. Really cool, looking book. And so I grabbed one of these because, again, not a lot of these books come out, so I definitely wanted to have one. Book that was selling pretty good. This is Autumn Nall, #1 from Vault Comics, cover A. Cover B. And cover C. Book, like I said, was selling really, really well. So I definitely had to grab a couple of those. A book I saw that I thought was pretty neat. This is from a company called Behemoth. This is Hotline Miami Wildlife #1. Kind of a cool concept right there. Kind of the Miami Vice colors. You know, you got the light blue and the kind of neon, couple of little neon colors right there. So anxious to see this one here. Looked at the inside. It was a real thick book, $4.99 book, but you know, art seemed, you know, pretty decent. So I'll be looking forward to reading this here and seeing what's all this about. There was that. Another book we talked about on the Sunday video, and it was selling very, very well. This is The Unkindness of Ravens #1, cover A. Cover B, a really nice looking cover B. And again, this was selling really, really well. Next up, for my cover of the week, this is Canto 2, The Hollow Men #2. Really, really wicked looking cover on that. I saw this, no brainer. I enjoy the story anyways. I like the character. Love that cover. Halloween's coming up, so that just kind of falls into that Halloween theme with the scarecrows right there. So that was a definite pickup for me. And then last but not least, a book that I talked about again on my Sunday video, which is Miles to Go, #1 from Aftershock. This was selling really well as also. I'm really interested in reading this story right here because honestly, reading the concept of the book, I have really, really high hopes for it. So I'm hoping it kind of lives up to a little bit of the expectations because like we stated before, the two books that are really keeping my attention right now, and I've talked to some viewers and some people that I see at the comic shops all the time, the two books that are really, really doing well, the ones that I really like the most, which we talked about, Devil's Highway, and of course, Something Is Killing the Children. Everybody's reading Something That's Killing the Children. And then I spoke to a couple people today that didn't know anything about Devil's Highway and talked to them about it. Next thing you know, they're buying copies of Devil's Highway because that is just an absolutely really, really good book. A couple more issues on that, and I hope that they do a longer storyline with that. I think the first 5 issues was kind of a feeler out for that storyline, Devil's Highway. And I'm hoping that because it is such a good story that they continue with it because I would hate to see it not go anywhere. I went by Cosmic Comics today, saw Brian, you know, the owner, always treats me really well, good guy, him and his staff over there at Cosmic. And he was like, got something for you. He knows how much I love Halloween. He got me a Body Knocker, Michael Myers. Really, really cool right there. So thank you very much. Going to go in the personal collection, probably hang it up on the back there so people can see it. Again, Halloween's coming up, and I absolutely love Halloween. A book I also picked up a couple weeks ago that I didn't have an opportunity to show. I showed you the big book I got, the price guide, the big book right there. But then I picked up a regular one. This was the McFarlane hardcover right there. Again, sorry for the glare. That's the McFarlane hardcover right there. Really, really cool. And again, if you look at the people who sponsor Overstreet, which we've talked about before, the ones who get the big grades on their books or have, you know, big ties with CGC, I guarantee you are the ones who have the big page advertisements in the book. You have a full page ad with you're gonna have big dealings with you know, CGC and the grading companies. They're always going to be there. There's a couple more right here. You know, they're the same groups. And if you look at some of the big sales that go on, or some of the bigger, higher grade books, vintage books, older books, Golden Age, so early silver, or high keys, it's going to be someone who has that. Because Overstreet, CGC, they're all connected. They all do things together. So there was that. Again, that's pretty much all we have. I'm not going to show any older books today. I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff together. But I definitely wanted to show the books I got. And again, thank you for the body knocker there, Brian and the guys at Cosmic Comics and ladies. And then, of course, the hardcover. If you have an opportunity, this one's selling really good. It's just a really cool cover right there. And again, I have a big book for home, and then if I ever go look at collections or I go somewhere, I always take the little hardcover portable one with me. Now, as we know, we're coming to the end of September, September 23rd right now. And starting next Wednesday when we do the new comic books, when I show the new comic book videos, I am going to show a couple of older Halloween-themed books. Not older, but books that kind of fall into the Halloween category, whether it be a horror cover, a Halloween cover, something that kind of falls into that December, that October realm, because I absolutely love this time of year. The weather I love. Everybody's showing scary movies. You see a lot of good ghost adventure things on television, whether it be Netflix or, AMC shows a lot of things like that, Ghost Hunters and things. I always enjoy stuff like that. So, again, I look forward to that. And then if you hunt movies or, even the pops, I showed you some pops that were kind of Halloween themed that I've picked up at Walgreens. And then, of course, places like Best Buy, Target, they have a lot of releases that come out for Halloween, whether it be different covers, steel books, things of that nature. Matter of fact, I picked up a steel book today that I'll show next week, which was a new steel book for Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy's Claws, like $12, something like that. So definitely, had to grab that for the collection. And also, if you're a Rob Zombie fan, they came out with a Target last week or 2 weeks ago had an exclusive Rob Zombie collection that has basically House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. And it was a hard steel book, red in color, had the 3 characters on it. Really, really looked nice. Sold out really, really quick. It's selling for about $40 online if you want to get one. But they released this week a Blu-ray version of that with a different cover for only $10. And so you get those 3 movies for $10 on Blu-ray. That's a no-brainer. It's a special edition. So if you're interested in Rob Zombie movies, go to Best Buy, pick one of those up. I believe it's a Best Buy exclusive. I could be wrong on that. I am not 100% sure. So there was that. Again, I enjoy all the positive comments I'm getting from this video, positive comments I get from the video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit the little bell on the bottom so you know when I do new videos. And again, month of October, we're going to show a bunch of different Halloween themed items, whether it be comic books or movies, to go along with the new books that I'm showing, just to kind of get into the Halloween spirit. So there was that. If you're enjoying the Sunday hot comic book pickup video or the hot picks for the week video, thank you very much. Like I said, I had a lot of these that were on there. That was on that, and I do get a lot of positive feedback on that. So that's pretty much all we have right now. So again, thank you everybody for the positive feedback, and I hope you liked the video. But as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day, and I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll do a little something else.